Hey guys, welcome to another episode of American Yankee no Ichinichi, also known as A Day in the Life of an American Yankee. So I don't know about y'all, but here in Japan, it is hot as the devil's drawers. もう日本は暑いわ。暑いわしアメリカ人だけどさ、アメリカの南部出身だけどな。で、まあ暑いところね、ノースカロライナだけど暑いけど、日本みたいな湿気がなかなかないと思う。もう本当にサタンのパンツぐらいホッと暑いわ。Today I want to continue a video I did, I think, this winter. It was called Those Crazy Americans. 今日は前回やった動画、クレイジーアメリカ人の続き、したいなと思う。So it was basically told from the perspective of a Japanese person who, I guess, went to America. And they had these 37 biggest areas of culture shock. で、その前回の動画のまあ、コンテンツ内容っていうのは、とあるの日本人はアメリカに行って、で、アメリカで当たり前のことだけど、まあ、彼の日本人にとって、もう結構変なこと、カルチャーショックのことを、解説した、説明したという、まあ、サイトを見とったけど、その動画を続けたいなと思う。まあ、37、カルチャーショックのポイントだけど、もうずらーっと全部、しなくて、一番面白いことを、まあちょっとアメリカ人として、なんでアメリカ人こういうことするか、まあできれば説明する。I'm going to try my best to explain to the Japanese and maybe to you English speakers who are not familiar with Japanese culture, why these things are so surprising to Japanese people and maybe what the Japanese perspective on these certain points are. さて、without further ado,We're going to continue with the next one. Number 20. 20番だけど、牛乳のでかさ。これはすごいと思う。本当にすごい。わしにとって当たり前なことだったけど、まあ、日本の牛乳のなんかサイズと比べると、まあ確かにでけえなと思った。日本に来た時気づいた。逆にアメリカ人だけ、もう日本はちっちゃいなと思ったけど、いや、これは結構アメリカの特徴。So in America, I'm sorry, not America, in Japan, many people who come here, even the Japanese themselves, after having seen the sizes of products in America, it's noted that things in Japan are pretty small. And for a Japanese perspective or a Japanese person, I think they're just right. There are some things that are certainly small, like the roads. The roads are so narrow here.But yeah, as an American, when I came here to Japan, I thought the milk was so small. But I realized that it's not so much that the Japanese milk sizes are small as the American milk sizes are just huge. So what this person wrote, この日本人書いたところは、とにかくでかいが味は薄い。So the milk is huge, but it doesn't really have much taste to it.And I definitely realized that when I came to Japan, where the milk tends to be a lot creamier. He goes on to say, Suzuki はね、質より味なのか。牛乳イコールアメリカの国民性と言えよ。So basically, milk is it's like a very important thing in America, right? We have these commercials. You remember those commercials? Maybe my American viewers remember those Got Milk commercials.It's really big in America, right? 牛乳、milk. 確かにアメリカでさ、牛乳って結構大きいんじゃう。なんか日本の中で牛乳のアレルギーがある人は少なくない？でもアメリカ人はさ、もう子供の頃からずっと牛乳を飲むという育て方があるね。で、確かに昔、まあ今でもやっとるかな、結構有名な、放送していた CM があって、Got Milk という CM ね。牛乳あるのということ。まあ、要は、牛乳、作ってる牛乳、まあ、集めてる会社、は、もっと牛乳を、まあ、広げたい。アメリカ人にどんどん広げたくて、おいじゃけそういう CM を作っとったね。まあ、要は、牛乳は確かにアメリカ人にとって大事。アメリカのカルチャーかな。で、なんでそんなにでかいか。なんでそれにでかいか。確かに。Why is our milk so big? Well, I think it just goes to show you how American culture values, well, hesitant to say excess. I can't say excess, but I can also just say yutakasa. I can't remember the English word for that. Basically having a lot, having plenty, having enough, more than enough. I think that goes back to the American value of freedom. I want the freedom to have more than I need. かな？なんでそがいにでかいかっていうのは、アメリカ人はね、よく豊かさとか自由とか、こういうね、見方とか、まあね、world view は大事だと思う。で、まあ自由の中で、まあいろんな自由の捉え方、見方があるけど、やっぱりでかいイコール豊かさ、でかいイコール自由に使えるという考え方かな。まあ、自分でわかんない。なんでこんなにでかいか、まあはっきりと言えないけど、やっぱり、でかいイコール自由の一部ね。Big equals freedom. Freedom equals big. Bigger, better, stronger, America. Right? まあとりあえずでかくて、自由もでかくて、まあそれアメリカだぞということかな。まあ実は知らんけど。次は21番だけど、他人の興味のなさ。Basically not caring what other people do. It's not caring what other people think about you. And people don't really regard each other. If someone's doing something weird, we don't care. You know, you do you, I do me, as long as you stay in your lane. 21番ね、他人の興味のなささ。まずは目が合わない。ね。let's see what he wrote. 日本のレストランに行くと、ドアを開けた瞬間、みんなと目が合う。ね。So when you go to a restaurant in Japan, Japanese people, they have a tendency to care what other people think about them. I think it kind of comes from their value of peace and harmony. So everyone has this avoidance of wanting to cause attention to themselves because it can cause meiwaku, which just means bothersome or a nuisance. Bothersome things and nuisances, they kind of disturb the flow of harmony and peace, right? So Japanese people tend to care what others think, which makes them very polite, but unfortunately also stresses them out. And even Japanese people would say that themselves. ですので、一人で行くと寂しい女だと思われるような気がする。So if you go as a woman to a restaurant, it's pretty lonely because everyone's going to be looking at you. アメリカでは入ったこと、すら気づいてくれない。だからアメリカの女子の、すっぴん率が高いのかも。楽ちん。Because Americans don't really care what other people do, because we mostly care about what we're doing, right? We let you do your own thing. Basically what he's saying is that in Japan, women will not leave their house without putting on makeup, and I can attest to that. Every Japanese woman leaves her house from an American perspective dolled up, but for them it's just natural. なんか日本でさ、日本人の女性だね、みんなすっぴんすることはあんまないね。やっぱり家から出るとき、まあ例えばコンビニに行っても5分でもやっぱりメイクするね。20分メイクして家から出て、もうベストフェイスを表して、ね、いろんな場所に行くね。用事したり、仕事をしたりすることね。それは日本人の女性の、まあいいところだと思うけど、大変だと思うね、日本人の女性。よう頑張っとるね。アメリカ人の女性はそんなに気にせん。だってさ、割り勘せずに、私は私、あなたはあなた。ええか。そういうこと。We don't care.Let's see. Number 22. 袋詰めはレジ、係の仕事で、いちいちお客は、カゴから商品を出さなきゃいけない。面倒。So in Japan, well, let me explain what this means first. In America, it's someone's job to actually bag the groceries, right? And for Americans, we have to take all of our merchandise from the cart.And put it on the conveyor belt. In Japan, it's the opposite. The person at the register who rings you up, it's their job to just ring you up. You don't have to bag they don't have to bag anything. However, you hand them your basket or your cart and they take everything out for you. I think this is kind of a 50-50 thing though, because in Japan, you have to bag your own groceries. In America, you have to take your stuff out the bag. Which one is more annoying? Honestly, I think having to bag my groceries is more annoying. なんかさ、この22番のことわかるけど、まあ、わしの見方から日本の場合はさ、例えば、その、レジの人は、まあ、カゴから商品を出してくれるけど、一方で、やっぱり、袋詰めは、私たちの仕事、ね。実はそれはわしにとって最初にめんどくさいなと思った。この人と同じように面倒と思った。まあね、それやそれで、まあ、よう考えたら、一緒じゃない？どっちもめんどくさいと思う。大義ね。Take your pick.This person wrote, レジでお金を、下ろするという、まあ、I'm not sure what this word is. ちょっと読み方わかんない。アイリーさがあるのに、客がいちいち商品を出さなきゃいけないという、まあ、古臭い方法、まあ、やり方とか。しかも、袋詰めは適当すぎて、泣けてくる。So, the person said that in America, the people who bag, they're like really sloppy.I think it depends on where you go, though. If you go to Publix, for example, the baggers are on point. もう Publix という有名なスーパーがあるけど、結構高い質、まあちょっとハイクラスなスーパーがあるけど、もうそのバガーというのは、袋詰めの係ね。そのバガーたちはもうしっかりやってくれるよ。まあ他のスーパーは、まあ例えば Walmart とか、まあ確かに適当じゃけど、まあそんなもんじゃろ。卵の上に牛乳とか、石鹸とシャンプーとか、まあ確かに、in America sometimes, for example, in Walmart, they might put the milk on top of the eggs, the soap with the butter, the shampoo together. You get the pudding and the jello, and then you mix it up. And okay, let's stop that. All right, let's see. いいじゃんこれ。23番。どこでも勝手に歌い始めて、しまいには他の人にも、求める。So, Americans, we will sing almost anywhere, any place because we're very expressive. I mean, you guys know this. You guys know this, right? And other people will also join in. And people will, follow. They might join with you. They might sing with you. They might clap. Yay! Pachi, pachi, pachi. Great voice. Cool, man. Even though we're strangers, we find these moments in life where this one precious moment where we come together as if we know each other. And even if we don't, we're fellow Americans. We have that one thing in common. I think that's one thing that I'm proud of as an American. We are open to strangers, even though sometimes we can be selfish and kind of rude because we put our opinions sometimes above everyone else's. But that's a good American thing, I think. Being open to strangers and recognizing them when they're trying their best. じゃあ、さっき言ったのは、アメリカ人のいいところはね、わしアメリカ人としてプライドがある。まあ、意味で、自慢じゃなくて、まあ、誇りがあるところというのは、知らない人、他人、なんか頑張るね。他の人は頑張る姿、もう素敵だなと、アメリカ人はよく認めると思う。で、どこでも、歌い始めて、まあ、他人、知らない人、その周りの人も、もしその曲好きなら、まあ、サポートしたくなるね。イエーイで、多分関西人みたいによく乗ってくれる。みんなほぼ乗りに、乗ると思うね。アメリカ人は知らない人でも、もうよう頑張ったら認めるね。だってさ、自分も頑張ったら認めてくれるじゃろ。そういう気持ち、アメリカ人はしっかり、守っとるかな。そう。まあ、こととは思うね。悪いことじゃないと思う。This person wrote, 電車に乗ってるとよくある話らしい。日本人にきついよね。夜遅い、まあ、遅い電車の中で、 もし歌い始めたら、うるさいな。In Japan, people are very, like I told you before, they're very shy about drawing attention, right? This will not happen in Japan. The most you'll see is maybe some type of street performance, right? But, for example, in New York, right? Because this person said that this happens a lot on the train. I want to say this is mostly New York, though. This definitely don't happen in Charlotte, where I'm from. That's not something you'll see in Japan. First of all, if you sing in the train, even if you're on the phone on your train, it's a nuisance. Remember that word meiwaku. Trains here are very silent, they're very quiet. If you want to listen to music, you put your headphones on. You don't let the whole train hear. Alright. もし、あなたもカルチャーショック受けたエピソードとか、ストーリーとかあったら、ぜひ、シェア審査やコメントに。Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys next time. 今日も見てくれてありがとうございます。And thank you very ございます。